Hi, my name is Dr. Rajesh Shah. I am a researcher and a homeopath in practice for last over 31 years. I want to make an appeal to all the homeopaths in this world about a petition that we are filing with the Minister of AYUSH under Government of India. This is regarding the new drug discovery in homeopathy, for which in India and also in many parts of the world, we still do not have any specific regulatory mechanism which would support the new drug discovery in homeopathy. So all this exercise or movement is to get a drug discovery mechanism in place in this country so that new drugs will get discovered which will be made useful in practice and which will be made available for the benefit of treating millions of people in the world. Some of my colleagues asked that why is there need for new drugs? We have got a number of already existing homeopathic medicines. Well, at this point I would like to talk about a category of nosodes. Friends, you are aware that there are certain important nosodes such as Tuberculinum, Syphilinum, Carcinosin and others. But did you know that all these nosodes were made around 140 to 150 years ago? Not only that, the gap is that all these nosodes are no more reproducible. In the sense, the nosodes which were made in the year 1880 or 1882, that is Tuberculinum for example, or a nosode Carcinosin which was made somewhere around early part of the last century. These medicines were prepared from certain obscure source material, and if you ask to reproduce the same medicine again today, it is not possible, because the documentation, the scientific work behind these nosodes is not available anywhere in the literature. Then the question is, why didn't we make another Tuberculinum or another Medorhinum or other set of similar nosodes? The answer is that due to the lack of mechanism for developing nosodes in our current regulatory system, nobody has attempted to make new nosodes. So we are still using, friends, a nosode of Tuberculinum which was prepared 140 years ago, of which we do not know what we are using today, how was it sourced, and where is it coming from, and what has happened to this medicine in the last 150 years of journey. Friends, for last around 10 years or more, I have been engaged into developing nosodes scientifically. Some of you must be aware that we have developed HIV nosode, hepatitis C nosode, Mycobacterium tuberculosis nosode, all with scientific work, scientific evidence, and with very standardized method using the latest techniques and safety measures. These nosodes are being made, they have been tested for safety, they have been drug proved, clinical trials have been conducted, and for some of them even the cell line studies or animal studies also have been conducted. All these nosodes are now fully made available for practice. However, due to the lack of mechanism for new drug discovery which I mentioned earlier, these nosodes which are ready but are not yet made readily available to the profession. All the three nosodes which I mentioned and some more have undergone fantastic studies, and their papers have been published in peer-reviewed international scientific journals. In spite of all that, these medicines are not made available yet to the use of your patients. The reason behind is that there is no mechanism known in the ministry today as to how this medicine could be introduced to the pharmacopoeia. Friends, my struggle has been since last few years with the ministry and the concerned departments, encouraging them and requesting them to bring about this particular mechanism in place so that the scientific work which has happened could be made available for the benefit of your patients. On those lines, many more nosodes could be developed by other scientists as well as by the government and government departments and by many other people in the world, provided such mechanism is in place. This drug discovery mechanism is not restricted only to the nosodes. The same thing applies even to other medicines. Friends, through this petition, we are trying to make a change, a reform in the system, for which I seek your attention and your participation and your support. Thank you so much.